In 2023, we moved to a remote Scottish island to be its only two residents, along with our pet sheep and cats, beginning our YouTube journey there by sharing the challenges of such a solitary life in a harsh environment, while restoring an ancient stone cottage and raising livestock. The channel's success grew quickly, establishing an online community who share our love of history and kinship and yearn for a simpler time. Now we've begun a new life in the beating heart of the Highlands, and we invite you to join us as we put down roots in this land of legend, of rich tradition and culture, and incredible landscapes where the past is close at hand. Step back in time with us in this Scottish Isle.
Look, before we say anything about where we are, I'm just going to tilt it round. There are people swimming in Loch Ness on January the 8th, 2025.
It was -4 overnight. My friend Laura does wild swimming. I can't imagine the temperature. We're here at the Nessie Hunter Hut, but he's not in. I was hoping to talk to him. We'll just have to read the notice board instead.
Have you found any evidence
Nothing.
of the monster?
It's hard to walk on this stuff, this shale. I always remember the Snoopy sketch, well, Charlie Brown sketch, when he's standing on the beach throwing in pebbles. And Peppermint Patty comes up to him and says, thousands of years it's taken that pebble to work its way onto the beach, and you've just thrown it back in. And Charlie Brown's like, everything I do.
I've never seen that episode, but I have those thoughts myself sometimes.
Well, I saw it as a cartoon. Dad really liked the cartoons. It's quite, for not being a sea loch, apparently during storms, the waves can be as tall as me. 6 foot.
Yeah, it feels to me like I'm at the sea, not at a loch. Somebody's lost something over there. Can we claim that? We can claim that, can't we?
Just a bit of rubbish.
Oh, we should make something out of it, like other channels do.
Tons of driftwood here. Don't know what you'd make of it though.
What can we make out of it? Coffee table.
Put a bit of glass on top.
Yeah, put a bit
of
of glass on it, make a coffee table out of that. We just need another 3 for legs. And we'll sell it for like 6 million quid on Etsy.
Some people make a good living out of that. Well, we should come back and speak to Steve.
Yeah,
Come
well,
back another day.
it'd be better to talk to him when he's here and see if he wants to do a bit of an interview.
Yeah. I can always email him. Look at this old boat.
Yeah, what about it?
Oh, it's an old boat.
Let's go and have a look at the view. Fits.
That's nice.
It actually fits.
Would you wear it?
Probably not, but
You're going into the window. I can't really film you.
I don't.
You look like what's his name out of Red Dead Redemption?
Red Dead Redemption. Arthur.
It's not the right shaped hat for you.
No, I don't like it. But they all like it. They think I look like Gary Cooper. Now, this is a hell of a desk for 240 quid. Trouble is, we won't be able to get it back even if I had the room for it, because it's all in one piece. But £240. Look at the size of it.
It's nice.
These are obviously shallow for like paper. I like the edging. There's this pedestal one.
It's been sanded back.
Again, nice size. 295. And the great thing about these is they come in 3 parts. Mm-hmm. So that would go in the car.
Do you fit in it?
Yeah. I mean, it could be wider, but they can always be a bit wider, couldn't they? But this is that's a good price, that. I mean, the leather thing here is knackered, but that can easily be replaced.
I've done plenty of those.
That's a good price, that, for what that is. I like that, but I like these even more. And I am seriously thinking of we should buy these. Matching pair.
Those are really nice, aren't they?
Matching pair, £160 a piece.
They're very nice.
oak. They're a bit stiff because it's so cold in here, everything's contracted, and as we know, the wood expands when you put them in warm environments. You can easily, a slight bit of sanding and a bit of wax, and these things will be, I really do think that we should buy these.
I've got nowhere to put them.
We need chest of drawers, we don't have them. And when we eventually move in to a matching pair, when do you ever see a matching pair? We'd have to, let me just get this out of the way. Yep, all the handles are right. The colour's right. Just need cleaning up.
Are they original handles?
Yep. They're like, they're Edwardian. Early 1900s. It's been a long, long, long time since I've found a matching pair of chest of drawers. You just don't come across them. And the other thing is, even if we don't use them, we can double our money. This, I love this.
I don't like the handles.
But
I don't like it. So
you haven't got the vision I have.
what I do like is the grandfather clock.
That's in it.
Well, you get that free with it.
Yeah, you get that free. But
Can you buy me a grandfather clock, please?
did you see the one when you came in?
Yeah, sold.
That's a very nice one.
I had one of these before. They're nice. They're nice decorative pieces.
Shouldn't it have a lid? Oh, you got the lid.
Yeah, I've got the lid. Do you know what it is, boys and girls? Well,
Can't see inside it.
needs some work.
Too dark.
Butter churn. I had one. I had a bigger one, but mine had its tap. This doesn't have the tap. But I just think they're lovely things. I love kitchen antiques. This isn't the original, I don't think.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you see them quite often. I'll keep my eye out for another one. You'd have got a lot of butter out of that, wouldn't you?
How much would it cost you to have something like this made? It's oak. £150.
Is that it?
I mean, look at, it's not crisp. It's not exactly, it's kind of like that mock Jacobean style,
It's
isn't it?
Victorian, mock
But
Jacobean, isn't it?
But it's you know, it's not exactly my taste. It's close to it, but £150, and it's a coat hanger. Obviously, it would go in the hallway. You've got like a drawer here for
That's your glove box.
It's got the original pans for your umbrellas to go in.
Umbrellas, sticks, hats.
But like I said, £150, beveled mirror.
Yeah.
That's just a mad price.
Have you seen those drawers over there? They're nice.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No, behind that.
behind this. Oh yeah, I'm not interested in those. I don't understand why people have got a fascination with these. What can you do with them?
You can put your
Butterfly collection,
yeah
your stamp collection,
your
your
glass eye
very
collection.
thin objects.
Well, the recycling bin's full, and they haven't been to pick it up for weeks. So we're just been stuffing this in the back of the car. But I don't know if you can also see what else is stuffed in here in the back of the car.
No, I can't see. It's too dark.
One pedestal, leather topped oak desk, and one chest of drawers, one of two chests of drawers. Coming back for the other one because we didn't mean to come here today. If we'd have brought our straps, we would have put the other one on the roof.
Yeah, it's there you go, look. It's always a pain in the backside, isn't it? The amount of times that we keep those straps, everything goes on the roof rack there. And this time we didn't bring them with us. We've got no idea where we're going to put this. We need to go and pay for these though.
Yeah, let's go. Nice man, eh?
Yep, he's always a nice chap.
It's much warmer than my wool coat.
Where's your hat?
Well, I'm not in Siberia, so...
Oh, Nikita, is it cold in your little corner of the world?
A song for every occasion.
Yeah, come here.
What?
Can't take her anywhere. Look.
What?
It's a price tag.
Oh.
I just thought we had the deal of the century then.
No, we're not. We're not paying for the second chest of drawers till we pick it up.
Honestly, I just come out here and I just thought to myself, hang on, I'm sure he's got that pricing wrong. Well, I'm just going back in to stick the sold stickers on the second chest of drawers that we can't take with us. And then we're off.
Aye, let's go.
Lovely people, old Nairn antiques. If you're in the area, you have to give them a visit. If we would have gone to McMuddle's as well, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
We're not going to have time now, are we?
No, I don't think so. But they couldn't be more helpful or lovely, and their prices are very fair.
Excellent prices. Right, I'll go and do this. I don't care what anybody says, the skies up here are better than the West Coast.
Oh, 100%.
Well, once again, here we are, travelling north on the banks of Loch Ness.
It's -12 when we first got in the car. It's getting progressively warmer. I don't know what's -12 in US dollars. A few Fahrenheit, a few degrees.
I've got no idea. It's very cold. It's very cold for the UK, -12. The sheep's water bowls were completely frozen solid. Like there was like that much water in the bottom.
I knew when I went outside that it was Canada cold because I could feel my nose hairs freezing a bit.
I'm starting to get my tash. It gets my moustache first before my beard. But we're on the way to Fort George.
Yes. Georgian fort, as the sleuths among you might have devised. I've never been. I've always wanted to go.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've been. Is there a fort at Berwick? Or is it just the walls?
It's the medieval walls.
No, I think there might be like some kind of like Georgian fortification there.
Well,
But no, I haven't been to. I think there's a barracks in. There's a barracks in Berwick, isn't there? Well, Jonathan also is in Berwick. Now I'm talking about Berwick, but we're not going there. There's a teddy bear museum. It is the worst thing you've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Teddy Bear Museum in Berwick.
Well, I don't think they'll have a teddy bear museum at Fort George because it's still an active garrison.
Yeah. Soldiers might need a companion.
A therapy room.
Yeah, in the cold, dark evenings of Fort George.
What they need is a kitten cuddling room. I think that would be... I think that's the remedy for war, isn't it? Just
What, cuddling kittens?
parachute in boxes of kittens and you open them.
Kittens,
Ah!
kittens are not cuddly. I think of kittens, I just think of spiky.
Yeah, they are. It can be a bit spiky.
That's what I think. I don't think cuddly. Puppies, yeah, a little bit, because they're a bit spiky, but kittens, definitely not. Speaking of which, I'm going to put a photograph on screen now of the, what is it, a cat tree? What are they called?
Yeah, Leslie's gifted us a cat tree.
And the cats love it, and it's for the cats because obviously they're locked in at the moment, and they are going to be until we move permanently. But so they need exercise and stimulation. But it is, and I'm sure Leslie would agree, the most hideous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It is so awful. There's just nothing about it, design-wise, that says anything other than put me in a skip.
Well, I don't have anything to say to that.
The cats love it. They weren't that bit fussed at first, were they? They kind of got to get to know it. But the thing that they like the most is the basket at the top. Both of them have spent quite a lot of time in that basket since it was built. But when we move, it's not coming with us. So what we'll do is we'll have a competition. Collection only. I'm not posting what wrapping that thing. Whose idea was it to come to Fort George today?
Mine. I mean, maybe the visibility will be a bit better on the coast.
Doesn't say we're going to see a lot of it, aren't we?
An ominous landscape. Which is, I'm sure, what the Highlanders thought of the fort when it was first built.
It's, 30 foot visibility.
Pretty bad.
It's a real pea super. Can you see it being open? I can't.
They're not going to be closed because of fog. They might be closed because of ice.
There's a taxi here. He's pulled up to have his lunch. This is a bit bleak, isn't it?
Can't see anything at all.
You can see a bit of scaffold.
This is not going to be open, is it?
What?
I'm going to have to phone them and check if they're open. I'm not trudging over there for now.
What, are you going to give him a ring? Well, I'm going to go and have a bit of an explore. Oh, Nikita, is it cold in your little corner of the world?
Take a look at the car park.
That's because we're the only pair of lunatics that had come out here. Was it -5 here?
Well, it's not open, as expected. So obviously we're going to be coming back. Can't blooming see anything anyway. Where's all the soldiers?
Hang on a minute. It says open all year, then it's got April to September and October to March. Oh, of course, that is all year, isn't it? It's just got different times. It's me being stupid.
Where's the soldiers with their grit? It's not icy.
Well, they said, didn't they, that on icy days it's closed because people, I guess, slip on the stonework. But we'll still go over there and have a look. Do you want to scan the code and just see if it gives you any information? Like, we're going to be open in an hour. Okay. I've seen a cannon. Look, there's a cannon over there, and also I've seen a Union flag.
Well, because we're coming back, there's not really much point in going through the history of the place at the minute with you, so we'll wait.
Well, we're here, so it is quite a dramatic landscape.
Well, from what you can
Let's
see.
just go as far as we can until the soldiers say who goes there or whatever it is that they say these days. 3 words!
Just doing the Monty Python thing again.
I like it. You're not coming?
I'll catch up.
Well, it took less than an hour to get here. But, you know, now I'm here. I've kind of seen a bit of the lay of the land. I'm quite excited about going in here and having a look around. That is a very shut door.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm quite excited about coming here now.
Dry moat. This entrance is known as a Ravelin entrance. Its design. 20 years it took to build. Over time and over budget, apparently. It was supposed to cost, and this is in the 1750s, started in just after the Jacobite uprising. It was supposed to cost 92,000 back then.
God.
Came in at 200,000.
That's a lot of money, isn't it?
I don't even know the maths on that. How many cows is it? Do you know what I found out about this place that I didn't know? It's It was the home of the Seaforth Highlanders. It's now the home of the Black Watch, but it was the home of the Seaforths, and my grandfather was in the Seaforth Highlanders.
Would he
So
been stationed here?
I think he would have spent time here. He was an officer, so he went to, what's it? Sandringham? No, is that what it's called?
Sandhurst.
I've got a photograph of him and his peers. But if this is the home of the Seaforths, it was when he was enlisted, then I think he would have spent time here, and I bet you my family don't know that.
Well, unfortunately, there is not a lot we can see today. So it is very much the anticlimax.
Well, it's a good advert for when we do come here. Well, look, the weather's due to thaw in a couple of days, so we'll come back. We'll come back maybe next week. Look at it. It's mad. It's a star fort, and it's never been attacked. Unlike the last Fort George.
Well, hey, two things really. It is pretty much out of the way. I know that was the whole point because, it was to quell any Highland rebellions. But as a Highlander with a limited amount of weaponry that you have, and you're not going to have cannon, are you? How do you attack this place? Did it get attacked?
Never got attacked.
Look at it. You're not getting in.
Fort George used to be in Inverness at the site of Inverness Castle. That's what used to be on that site. They made a fort out of medieval fortresses, castles. King Malcolm, I think, built. King Malcolm III of Scotland. And they made it into military fortresses. And the Jacobites took that one. 3,000 of them stormed it, and they got it. They sacked it. And when they got it, they blew it up so that the British could never take hold of it again. That
is the only way that you would be able to storm this place, with a mass army just pouring over it. And you'd have mass casualties, but yeah.
Imagine the orcs putting their ladders up against it.
I can't imagine. This is why it never got attacked. Look at it. It's formidable.
The fort at Ardersier was built by the British government as a direct response to the ultimate defeat of the Jacobites at Culloden. The Crown was resolute in deterring any future rebellion from the Scots, who, it perceived, had fought for their Stuart prince with such fiery loyalty and fellowship that it determined they must stamp out the remaining embers of that Scottish resolve to rally to kin. The location of Fort George was strategic in ensuring the presence of a vast army of redcoats was felt throughout the Highlands, though the echoes of the Disarmament and Proscription Acts of 1746 were heard across the whole of Scotland. Immediately after Culloden, the British Army swept through the Highlands, often executing without trial any person suspected of being a Jacobite sympathiser, whether or not they'd actively engaged in rebellion. So severe was their punishment that entire villages were burned, precious store cupboard goods looted and spoiled, and livestock needlessly slaughtered. Homes that had belonged to families for generations ceased to exist, alongside any promise of inheritance. Survivors are known to have fled into the high hills, hiding in caves and living off the land. As well as being disarmed, the Scots were disrobed, as the Crown banned the wearing of traditional dress. For nearly 40 years, the traditions of the Highland way of life were expunged, hidden from sight, and men were exiled to far corners of the British Empire as indentured servants or soldiers made to swear an oath of loyalty to the Crown. The Crown took the pipes away from the piper, they took the tartan away from the clans, and the sword away from the rebel. But they couldn't take the Highlands out of their hearts. what we inherit from our ancestors is not just physical tradition or dress. Our culture, who we are, is in our blood. The descendants of those defeated Jacobites, scattered now far abroad from their clan lands, will recognise in themselves the characteristics passed down to them by these men of old. Their tenacity, resilience, independence, stubbornness and loyalty. In a wonderful twist of fate, demonstrable of the Scots' inherited spirit of defiance, Fort George is soon to be stood down as an active garrison and likely given into public ownership. And the most popular proposal for its future use is as a tartan weaving mill.
I don't know if the microphones are picking up, but the army are out on the rifle ranges shooting. And it's a sound that I remember from my days as being an army kid, because we was always near camps or on camps. And you could hear them when they was doing the target practice. Well, that's what I think it is, because that's what it sounds like.
It sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah, it's gunfire. This is, I cannot believe, you know, the dimensions and the size of this place. What an incredible place.
So this is what I was speaking of about the entrance. This is the first entrance known as a Ravelin entrance, but that's the real entrance over there into the fort.
There's steps down here, but it's no point taking a risk. We're coming back, aren't we? So. So I'm going to assume this is the working army barracks.
Yes. Not open to the public.
It's I'm well impressed with this. It's the first fort of this kind that I've been to. I know there's the dotted around the UK, but I've never been to one. Kind of itching to get in now. See, we've been filmed up there, look. I just said to Katie, should I get the drone out? And what did you say?
I think they'll shoot it down.
That would be drama for the channel.
Look at this. It's a bit of a hard, isn't it?
Look, I don't know where I am, location-wise. What expanse of water is this?
It's the Moray Firth. It's the mouth of the Moray Firth. That's why they built it here. So if they were ever besieged, they could still get supplies in by sea.
I quite like it here. I don't know if I was billeted here as a soldier, I'd have the same feeling. But don't you come down these steps. In fact, nah. Just not worth it. It's literally ice. I mean, I know there's only 4 steps, but they are sheet ice on all of them. Well, this is cool. I wish we could get in.
Next week. Sometime.
Well, Nikita, is it cold? No, we'll do it again. That was a good idea. I'd like to come when there's less tourists next time.
There's only a family of 3.
It was 4.
Well, next visit, hopefully the doors will be open.
Well, there will be, because we're going to ring in advance. Do you know why we're here?
Yeah.
We might as well go to Old Nairn and pick up that
Yeah.
other chest of drawers. He wants paying in cash, so.
I think I might have cash.
Why would you?
Yeah. I'm a woman of many secrets.
Where have you got money from? Well, that was Fort George for the moment. We're sorry that we couldn't get you to. I mean, what is it actually inside?
Lots of lovely Georgian buildings and artefacts, Highland artefacts, military things, artefacts, more artefacts.
All right, the tourists are back. Let's go. Like going back in time, isn't it? See out in a dressing gown having a fag.
Did you enjoy your lunch?
It was all right.
It was alright, wasn't it?
I mean, it wasn't spectacular, but it was all right.
We've come to Nairn, which you can't seem to pronounce.
No, I just call it Nairn here.
It's
Sorry, I'm trying to get the light levels resolved. It's so sunny at the minute. I see a nice building.
I don't think I've ever been here, so I can't say much about the history of the place, unfortunately. We're going to try and go to the museum, so we'll find out more about the history.
But all they've got is my shadow over you. It's just completely unprofessional, this. Could you walk a bit faster, please? I just thought I might get one over, that's all.
This is called Academy Square. If you look it up on the Google, it says permanently closed.
There's some beautiful architecture here. I mean, we're in the centre of town, aren't we? We're walking towards this is like the high street, isn't it?
Well, we have to walk down the high street, don't we, Scott? Because that's where the charity shops are.
Yes, I want to go charity shopping, and I also need drugs. I mean, prescription ones. Well, we're back again.
Yeah.
Much sooner than expected.
Back to pick up chest of drawers number 2 and obviously have another look around. This is so cool. I can see inside it. For a gypsy caravan, that.
Wouldn't like to live in one.
Stove would have gone there. I don't know, I find the idea of life on the road with a horse and one of these quite romantic. The pace. Nice big cob pony.
Where's the shower?
You stop at a river or a burn.
You're just odd. What have you found?
It's a genuine grass skirt. Not made of plastic.
For your size? Look at this then. That's a vase, isn't it?
That's one word for it. It looks like it's got a disease. Handmade lace. Lady would have pinned it onto her dress. It's a collar. In case you didn't know.
Anyway, look at this. What kind of quackery is this? This here. It says inside of it, surgical instruments maker Aberdeen.
Well, those look like for hitting your kneecaps. Are they?
No, these are like putting on your temples. These had wires attached to them here, yeah, and here. And then there was attached to this here.
Battery.
So there was something in there. And yeah, these pads were for putting on you. So what is it?
Electric shock therapy?
It's mad, isn't it? Like I said, complete quackery. Didn't do anything to anybody, apart from probably give them an electric shock, like you say.
I can't figure out what that's for.
Oh, it's obvious what that is. It's one of them. Oh. It's a clamp of some kind, isn't it?
It seems to be. It's got like a sort of stiff hinge on the bottom.
So, do you think there might have been something here to... There's like, look. This is made of metal, so that's why it does this. So it's definitely a clamp, stating the obvious, but... Jack Hargreaves would know.
Jack would know.
Jack would know exactly what that is. Out of town.
Use one of these for Hillcroft.
I think you need it attached to a tractor.